An inspired decision. You've binned off that turkey this Christmas. You've gone for the biggest, juiciest cockerel this side of Suffolk. Let me show you how to make it incredible. Right, so we're going to firstly season this generously all over. We're going to roughly chop up these vegetables. You've got onions and carrots from the Foskets and leeks from Morgue. So now what we're going to do, we've already got the giblets inside the tray. We're going to put the veg straight in, and we're going to keep these tops on from the carrots. They'll give that little bit of moisture, but that lovely sort of earthiness as well. Not everyone has access to fresh herbs in their gardens, but that's why we have our single estate semi-fresh herbs. So we've got some thyme, got some rosemary. Just going to take a big old pinch, just chuck that all over the top. Put a little bit of our olive oil over the top, not too much. And now I'm just going to mix it up. So I can get all the salt, all the seasoning, everything sort of rustled up into one big lovely bunch. Look at that. Got the smells already. Your cockerel is going to taste incredible on its own, but this year we wanted to give you the experience of eating it in one of the best restaurants in the UK on Christmas Day. And that's why we partnered with the Suffolk in Aldborough, who make the most beautiful garlic and herb compound butter. And what we're going to do is shove that butter underneath the skin, and I promise you it's going to make that cockerel even more juicy and fragrant for everyone around your dinner table. All we're going to do is take this Todoli Spanish lemon from shrub, we're going to cut it in half, and that's the only thing that's going to go inside the cavity. So the final step we need to do with the butter underneath the skin is put a little bit of olive oil on top of it. Not too much, just a little generous glug, but look at the colour, sensational. We're now ready to put this big old juicy cock that we prepared into the oven. With these big juicy cockerels, we're not going to cook it for more than an hour and a half at 190 degrees, because in that time it will cook beautifully through, and that's a fraction of the time that it would take you to cook a turkey. Now the thing that's going to help you and be your best friend is a meat thermometer, because all we need to do is get that chicken up to 68 degrees at the base of the breast. And here comes the second tip. Leave the chicken to rest for at least an hour. Wrap it in tons of foil, and what that's going to do is enable those juices like a steak to permeate through the rest of the meat. It's going to give you a texture experience, let alone a taste, a texture experience, which is completely different to any chicken you've had before. And when you compound that with the intramuscular fat in these cockerels, my God, it's going to be like some sort of chicken heaven. Right, so about 2/3 of the way through the cooking time, so just under an hour. What I'm going to do quickly is to baste the top of this bird with the juices that have been coming out. It's been just under an hour and a half. So we're now going to get the chicken out and just check its temperature. Hopefully it's cooked. So this looks cooked. Look at that. Right. Woo! Look at that. 68.23. So now we've got it out of the oven, we've got it out of the tray, we're going to let this rest, we're going to cover it in foil to be able to preserve all that beautiful temperature and let the juices flow within it. So we now have the tray that the cockerel's been cooking in, and so there is a cacophony of flavours just waiting to be turned into the most delicious, rich, golden gravy to top on the cockerel. So I'm going to put some corn flour in here. You can use plain flour just to start thickening this sauce up. I'm going to mix it over a very low heat here. The white wine is going to cook down and reduce for ages, and some of our chicken stock. While the cockerel's resting, we're going to mix this up. We're going to let it boil down for 45 minutes until it is that beautiful, thick consistency of a gravy. The cockerel has been resting 45 minutes. In that time, we've boiled down this like cacophony of delicious flavour in the stock. So we're going to decant it and put that. Right, and so the final addition is the addition of the cockerel's juices into the gravy. Let's pop this at the centerpiece of that Christmas table. So you've put in all the effort. It is now time to devour the best cockerel of your life.